Black Ops 2 is finally back, and everyone seems to have a different opinion on what the best gun in the game is. Some people swear by the MSMC, others think the M8A1 still dominates, and then you got some players using everything from the SCAR H to the PDW. So I spent the last few days testing the top weapons, trying different attachments, and seeing which class actually performs the most consistently. After all of that, I think there's one class setup that's clearly above the rest. If your goal is to win more gunfights, drop higher kill games, and stop losing fights you should have won, this is the class I would recommend using. Let's get into it. Let's start with the weapon itself, the AN94. On paper, it doesn't always jump out at you. If you just look at the damage numbers, you might just think that there are better options. But what makes the AN94 special is how it actually fires. The first two bullets leave the barrel at a much faster rate than the rest of the magazine. That means if your aim is on target, those first shots hit almost instantly. In a game like Black Ops 2, where the first player to land accurate shots usually wins, that burst mechanic gives you a real advantage. The AN94 is also incredibly versatile. It can melt players up close, but unlike an SMG, it stays accurate at medium and long ranges. That's why I think this is the best all-around weapon in the game. Alright, let's talk about attachments. The first attachment I'm using is Quick Draw. If you play Black Ops 2 for any amount of time, you know how fast fights happen. Someone jumps around a corner, goes into a room, or catches you sprinting. Quick Draw helps you get your sights up faster, which means you're ready to fire before your opponent. That tiny advantage wins a surprising number of gunfights. The next attachment I'm using is Stock. I think Stock is one of the most underrated attachments in the game. Instead of standing still while aiming, you can strafe much faster. That movement makes you a harder target to hit while keeping your own shots accurate. You'll notice a huge difference once you start moving side to side during fights instead of just planting your feet. For the third and final attachment, I'm using Fast Mag. This doesn't make your gun stronger, but it keeps you alive. If you're fighting multiple enemies, every second spent reloading is another chance to get caught. Fast Mag gets you back into the fight almost immediately, and that's huge when you're trying to go on long streaks. So now let's go talk about perks. For perk 1, I am running Flak Jacket. Grenades, Simtex, and random explosives are everywhere, and Flak Jacket saves you from so many cheap deaths that it easily earns its spot. For the second perk is going to be Toughness. If I could only choose one perk, it would probably be this one. Whenever you're getting shot, your aim normally jumps all over the place, and Toughness reduces that flinch so you can keep your sights on target and finish the fight. For the last perk, I'm using Dexterity. Now, you can also use Extreme Conditioning, but I prefer Dexterity. So, Black Ops 2 is a fast-paced game, so you're constantly sprinting between gunfights, and Dexterity lets you raise your weapon faster after sprinting, which can easily be the difference between winning and losing the gunfight. Now, let's talk score streaks. My setup is Hunter Killer Drone, Lightning Strike, and VSAT. Hunter Killer is an easy first streak that often gets you closer to the next reward. Lightning Strike is a great for clearing objectives or spawning enemies, and the VSAT gives your entire team constant information, making it much easier to chain kills together. One mistake I see a lot of players make is treating the AN94 like an SMG. It can win close range fights, but that's not where it shines. Hold smart angles, pre-aim common routes, let the weapon's accuracy do the work. Once you get used to the recoil and the first two shot bursts, you'll start winning fights much more consistently. So that's a class setup I've had the most success with on Black Ops 2. If you think another weapon deserves the number one spot, let me know down in the comments, but because I'd love to test it out in the future video. If this class helps you out, leave a like, subscribe for more Black Ops 2 content, and I'll see you in the next one.